So we've got CEO Elon Musk saying that the CEO is a made-up title. All right, okay, let's listen to what he has to say.
How you juggle Tesla and SpaceX, and you've said along the way that the workload at Tesla is quite a lot. Have you? And I know now you could regain the chairman position. Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about your?
Can I just say I hate this guy. Everything about the aesthetic here. I mean, everything about the aesthetic here, like the forehead, the hair thing where it's like it goes up and then backwards. Like I list of motherfuckers that should not be allowed to show their faces in public. Number 1, Elon Musk.
Your title and your position there right now.
I mean, it's interesting that these titles. You know that there's actually only three titles that actually mean anything for a corporation. It's president, secretary, and treasurer, and technically they could be the same person. And all these other titles are just basically made up. So CEO is a made-up title, CFO is a made-up title, general counsel a made-up title. Don't mean anything.
That's a nice. I think a room of CEOs are how we feel about that. Yep.
Yeah, it was like obviously just somebody's marketing experiment. So
I guess I'll be more direct. I mean, are you considering stepping down as CEO? Would you transfer, be chairman, and think about being chief product officer? I mean, since CEO title doesn't matter anyway.
I changed my title to Techno King. And by the way, this is a formal SEC filing. I'm legally a formal whatever Techno King. I just did that as kind of like a joke because just to show that these titles don't.
But anyway, I wanted to talk about this because I think it's hilarious. And it's true. He's actually telling the truth. The CEO is a made-up title, but I'm going to go even further. The whole system that we live under, capitalism, it's all made up. Money, made up. Valuation, made up. Stocks, made up. It's all made up. You know when Elon Musk says that, you can't do a wealth tax because my stocks aren't liquid U.S. currency. My properties are not, I can't give you a it's all made up. All of it is made up. Everything. There is no such thing as Tesla valuation. What the fuck? You make a car and the car goes vroom. What the fuck is a valuation of your company? Doesn't mean anything. CEO doesn't mean anything. All it is exactly as he said in this instance, a made-up marketing term just to make people feel good about themselves and to excuse themselves getting 5,000 times the amount of pay as the average worker. Right? Now, again, don't get confused here. Elon Musk doesn't say this kind of shit because he's woke, man. Look how cool he is. He's hip, bro. Yeah, that's right. I'm an Elon Musk fan. That's right. Isn't he so cool? Look at that guy. He's so with his hair. Look at that, man. Look at this. Isn't Elon Musk so awesome? Look how cool he is. This guy is so slick. No, he's not slick. He's a fucking prick. And guess what? Again, this guy is only the richest motherfucker in the world because the world is designed around him and his careers, right? He gets all of his money from his parents. That's how he got started. His parents owned a fucking emerald mine in an apartheid country where they basically made all their money off of slave labor, right, in unfair working conditions. He went to the United States, got billionaires, got billions of dollars of subsidies because he's cool, motherfucker. Look how cool he is. That's how cool he is. He gets billions of dollars in government subsidies and then cries and complains that the government suck, man. Socialism suck, man. Right? This guy's a fucking loser. He's a grade A chump. And he thinks, that's the other thing about it as well, is that people that find this guy look how cool Elon is. He's so slick. Look at wow, he's a genius of our time. You're a fucking idiot. He is taking advantage of you. He tries to give up the ghost a little bit to seem subversive so that people like you will fall for that stupid shit and then go wow, Elon, aren't you so cool? Because he understands, at least a little bit, and at least I hope so, that he understands that everything that we're dealing right now, capitalism, stock valuation, it's all fake, it's all made up, it's all make-believe, and he wants to have other forms of value. He wants to have social capital. That's what he's interested in, because he is realizing very soon that like the country is probably going to collapse, right? And that if he's got any hope in the world of continuing to be the most influential person on the planet, that he's going to have to find a way to manipulate people in their minds and how they feel about him. And so if he can create a rabid legion of fanboy losers that think that he's super cool and witty and subversive, then guess what? That also has value. Now, it's not necessarily directly related to monetary value, but value is value, right? Having people interested in what you have to say is infinitely more valuable than any stock valuation in the world. If you can have millions and millions of dumb fuckface motherfuckers that listen to you and think that you're a cool guy, right, then guess what? You can do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how many stocks you have. None of that shit matters. The only thing that matters is that you suck his dick on a daily fucking basis because you're a loser and you can't think for yourself. Again, all of these motherfuckers are manipulating you at all times. You cannot be the richest motherfucker on planet Earth without manipulating literally everyone all the time. It's impossible. It's impossible. So whenever this guy tries to seem hip and cool and, whoa, man, dogs, bro. Like, guess what? It's a fucking scam. You're being played. You're being had. And how much of a pathetic goober loser do you have to be to fucking spend your time defending the richest motherfucker in human history? By the way, like, oh, what'd you do? Like, imagine you're on a first date, and it's like, oh, so like, what do you do? Like, you know, what are your hobbies? Oh, I go on Twitter and I defend Elon Musk. Oh, sorry, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I leave, right? Because I'm not interested, because you're a fucking loser, right? Again, that's something that only losers would do. Only a loser beta male would ever even dream of spending any time at all defending the world's richest motherfucker. So again, I just wanted to talk about that, because fuck him, fuck you, and fuck CEOs.